Cinema in minutes. In today's video, we will be going through a horror thriller film entitled Come Play. There will be spoilers ahead, chill out and enjoy. The movie starts with a trembling audio as a background music and then shifted to a SpongeBob SquarePants audio on the screen of a young boy watching the cartoon. The boy is suddenly interrupted when he heard his parents arguing on something. The boy tried to ignore them and watch the cartoon but can't help it, so he stood up from his bed and locked his door. It is very dark in the room of the child but he decides to went out. He is playing with some slimy toy and he patches and pulls off the toy that it creates weird sound around the house. He went to the master's bedroom where he saw his mom sleeping, and when he went down the stairs, he saw his dad sleeping on the sofa. He opened the refrigerator and get some juice and then he went back to his bed. While he is putting the juice on the side table, he noticed something on his phone. There is a demon flashes on his cell phone screen, and when he tries to press the home screen he cannot. He decided to wipe the screen to turn the story next, and when he is swiping the screen, lights from his bed lamp shuts. And then one by one, the lights from the hallway also turns off. He is so afraid at this moment, and then he opens his flashlight from his phone. Suddenly, he is hearing some footsteps and he decided to shut his door close, but it always opens while he closes it. He tries to create a barricade with his toys to make the door close and went back to his bed and cover himself with his blanket. Trembling, he still can hear that someone is opening his door lock, and then he shouts when he opens his blanket and sees something. His mother is waking him up for he is shouting so loud. His mother called him Oliver and talks to him, trying to make him calm. Her mother says that he should say it in words, and Oliver gets his phone and press some pictures into words saying that there is something in their house, still terrified. His mother says that there's no one in the house and he is just having a nightmare and still trying to make him calm down. The next day, Oliver went down and had a little fun with his dad, tickling him on his tummy, and then started to prepare for his breakfast. Oliver is in a classroom with children of his age and he has his phone to communicate with his teacher. Someone asks the teacher why Oliver still has his phone while he himself has his phone confiscated. The teacher says that Oliver uses it as a way for communication while the child who asks uses his phone and playing, and everyone in the classroom laughs. After class, Oliver is just sitting by the staircase when someone asks him if he wants to join them, and Oliver went to the field. There is no one in the field, and then suddenly group of child starts to bully him, push him and even throw his phone. Oliver is so upset and just screaming and looking for his phone. Oliver's father is working on a toll parking lot. He is in his cubicle when he found a lost and found box, and when he opens it, he saw an iPad, and suddenly, the lights start to blink like in every horror scene looks like, and then the sliding door of the cubicle opens because of a strong wind. He tries to fix the lights, and when he fixed it there is like some shadow coming to his way, and he is startled for nothing because it is just a couple passing his cubicle. Oliver's father went home with an iPad and gave it to Oliver. Oliver is so happy and went to his room and charged the iPad while his parents is having a discussion. Tired of hearing his parents argue every time he locks his door, he explores one application in the iPad and plays with some filters like pirate, football, and he try a skull one, suggesting to try it with a friend. While he is having fun with the filter, the iPad is detecting another face from his closet. He tries it again but there's none. He tries to look at the spot but still none. He ignores it and he spins with his iPad, and there, the device detected a face again. He then locks the closet for he is now scared. The next day, Oliver is having his breakfast and he notices that his father isn't around. He types with the iPad asking if his father is already gone to ask his mother, but he drops his tablet for he is shocked when the tablet replies that his father is gone already. He tries to ask press images that will say who are you. He just left the iPad on the table and he gets some water, and then the iPad just replies that he is Larry. He was terrified for it is the character on the story on his iPad. His mother didn't notice that there is something going on with him that time, that his mother is discussing with him that some of his neighbors around his age will be sleeping over and that he should be making some friends, and he just walks out, get his iPad and put it on the closet and closes the door. The sleepover of some kids happens. It is in the middle of the night when Oliver is staring at the closet. One of the kids insists that he is hiding something on that closet, and when one kid opens it, he finds the iPad. They explore the iPad and the story of Larry pops up. They tease Oliver for having a bedtime story and started reading it. When one of the kids named Byron started to read it, the lights went on and off and even mock Oliver's parent if they are even paying for the electricity bill. Byron continues to read the story, all of the lights shut off and they are starting to get scared, but Byron acts bravely and continue to read. There's a cracking bone sound and Oliver opens the flash of the iPad and sees something on the corner. Byron says that there is nothing there in the corner, proving it as he went on the spot where they see a skeleton through Oliver's iPad. While Byron thought that it is only Oliver's imagination, the table moved and made him into the corner, locked. Oliver's mother went to the boys to see what is the screaming all about and saw Byron on the wall locked by a table. The next thing is that the boys are with their parents and ask them who did that, and Byron just pointed that it is Oliver's fault. That's why Oliver's mother says that she is really sorry. Oliver's mother asks him why did he do that, but Oliver responds that he didn't do it. His mother is upset and asks who else did it if he's not the one. Oliver just went to a corner and is humming the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song. His mother isn't upset with him anymore and says that he must continue humming if that is what makes him calm. The sun is up high and Oliver's mother is alone in the house and found Oliver's iPad. She saw the story of Larry and read it. While she is reading it, the light bulb in one of the rooms is on and off. She tries to fix the bulb, and when she fixed it, she saw that all the lamps and lights are lit up, and she noticed that there's something in the tablet and thought that Oliver is being watched. She gets a tape and cover the cameras and says that she will do anything so that someone on the iPad can't harm Oliver, and the voice says that it is not going to harm Oliver but kill. Oliver's mother is now terrified and drive down to Oliver's school. She barged into the classroom, asking if Oliver is there, and dragged him. She just says that she is taking Oliver for they have family emergency. Oliver's mother is in a hurry packing and they went to Jennifer's house, Byron's mother. Jennifer says that Byron isn't talking after the incident and not even going to school. When the two adults are talking, Oliver is showing Byron SpongeBob SquarePants and his mother says that he shouldn't be doing that, and suddenly Byron speaks up. Byron explains that Oliver didn't do anything to him, that it is Larry. That he could feel that moment that Larry is choking him. Oliver and his mother are now on the father's house. Oliver's mother is telling him what happened, and Oliver's father make his mother that she is just tired and hallucinating, but Oliver says that Larry wants him. Oliver's father says that she could rest and he will be the one who is going to look over Oliver, that she could get some rest. Oliver is now in the cubicle of his dad's work giving some change to a car that paid for the parking fee. Then Oliver's dad found the iPad on his bag, and when he opens it, he saw the story that his wife is talking about. Oliver's father says that it is nothing. While reading the story, the lights are blinking on and off and then it totally shuts. Oliver's father says that he will fix it, for it is a normal event for him. His father gets his tool, and while fixing the lights, Oliver went out of the cubicle with a LED distance measuring device. Oliver is detecting the car far from him, having a 400-meter distance from him, and suddenly, there is a detected distance that is going towards him but is not seen with the naked eye. Then it stops with a distance of 3 meters. Oliver tries to grasp into the air but there's none, so he decided to get his sticky too and try to reach into the air, and it patches into something and is going to scream, but his father grabs him saying that it is dangerous for him to be there because of the cars. They are both in the cubicle and Oliver is still afraid, and his father tries to calm him down, showing that there is none on the iPad screen, but then he sees the reflection on the mirror that there on his back is Oliver lifted by an entity, and his father rapidly grabs him and runs away. Oliver's parents decided to wreck the iPad since they discover that the monster uses electricity. They also thought that they make Larry disappears. Oliver is in the school and Byron asks him something about what he is holding and says that it is from Larry. Byron asks also why they stopped being friends, and that is because Oliver's mother lied. Meanwhile, as Oliver's father is working, suddenly Larry's story pops up on his phone and he reads the story. The cars are horning on their own and he runs to his car and drive. He thought that he escaped Larry, but he didn't. An accident happens. The last message that they got from Larry through the screens that he will not stop until he makes a friend and bring it to their world, and that is why Oliver's mother throws all their gadgets and all the light bulbs, but it didn't stop Larry. Larry steps now into the world and the two of them hides under Oliver's bed. Footsteps of Larry are heard and Oliver says that he will go with Larry using a crayon and a paper, but his mother insists not to. She says that she will do anything just to protect him. In that situation, suddenly the very first word that comes out from Oliver's mouth for the first time is field. They run into the field and his mother thought that they are both safe, for there is no electricity, but Larry came out to the lost phone of Oliver that was thrown to that field. Larry held his hand to Oliver, and when Oliver is about to grab it, his mother took Larry's hand and she says that they are protecting the same person. Oliver looks at his mom's eyes and that made his mother very happy. Oliver's mother is taken by Larry. The movie ends with Oliver is slowly talking with the help of his therapist. One night, Oliver's father heard him giggling, and when his father went down the stairs, he saw Oliver spinning around in the air, and when he uses his iPad, he saw his wife and Oliver playing happily and tears from his eyes fell instantly. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this and to help the channel grow.